there's really no new news other than it still hasn't gone anywhere.
Well, tell us what led up to it, why it hasn't went anywhere.
You know, the closing arguments, because I didn't file a claim myself. I went through their whole trial process. I went through the closing arguments. I had
So what did you get arrested for? I think Larry was asking you, what did you get arrested for?
Oh yeah, you remember? We're the ones up from New Jersey. We came down and visited you. It was child support related. Driver's license was suspended, revoked, or expired, and I never renewed my license. We were going from church to dinner or lunch, and I got pulled over, and my wife received charges of allowing somebody to drive or allowing driver to unlicensed driver. So in the notice, I went, my beliefs, compare that with, I don't have it in front of me, but basically saying that I take responsibility, liability for my family, my wife, and we had a private contract that's not open for third-party interpretation, and, any charges given to my wife, I accept all charges, and the prosecution hasn't been able to answer any of it yet.
Oh, that's great.
So it's been 5 months, and I expect that, the next month when the court date comes up, they're just going to be dismissing it. And
well, you got to always stay on the attack. You always got to keep pushing it, pushing it and requiring an answer. Say, for this court to convene, the prosecutor must answer these questions. And if he didn't answer these questions, you need to serve it upon him in a proper manner. You need to actually have a process server go there and hand it to him and say that I properly served this man, Bob, who's acting as a prosecutor, and he's failed to meet these requirements in order for me to appear. It's that simple.
Right. The closing arguments were delivered by certified mail to the judge.
Closing arguments? What do you mean closing arguments? You had a trial?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, so you had when did you have this trial?
Well, it kind of ambushed us. I wasn't prepared for it. I told them we weren't prepared for it. They went ahead, proceeded anyway. Did the best I could.
Yeah, what I'm saying, when did you get arrested?
This was, last year, almost 2 years ago.
Okay. Oh, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
No, what date? What date did you get arrested?
It was November, December of 2014.
Okay, so 6-7 months ago.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, not a couple of years ago, 6-7 months ago. Okay, so you got arrested in December or January, right around there, you said, right?
I'm confused because it's happened numerous times. I mean, the first initial one was 2 years ago, and then I was arrested again for the same thing, same tickets, same scenario, different court municipality last year.
Okay, so you went on trial at which one? At which court?
The original
court?
Yeah, that I was arrested.
Okay, so you were arrested a couple of years ago for the same charge.
Yep.
And what, you just failed to appear, so they picked you up because you didn't show up for court or something from 2 years ago?
No, it wasn't a failure to appear. It was driving on a suspended license.
Okay, so 2 years ago you got arrested, and then again arrested 6 months ago.
Correct.
Okay, when you got arrested 2 years ago, what was the outcome of that arrest?
The outcome was that I was transferred to the sheriff's department for 3 days, went to court to talk to the judge, and no bail warrant for child support. Told the judge that what I could afford to pay, and was released.
Okay. And then you had an appearance date, and you failed to appear?
No, I went every time.
Okay, so you went every time. So how many times was every time?
It's been probably 7 times.
Wow.
I sent the letter or the bill to the officer, the man acting as officer, for my time and labor following his orders, and that was received as a tort claim. The original prosecutor recused himself. They transferred the case out of the county into another jurisdiction, and that's where we went to trial. I was getting frustrated because the judge wouldn't accept any of my paperwork because I hadn't put it in prior to the trial. I wasn't ready for the trial, so.
Okay, so let me try to get this straight. 2 years ago, you get arrested for child support?
Yes, driving on.
Okay, 2 years ago, you get arrested for child support or driving with a suspended license. Which one?
Driving on a suspended license because of the child.
because you failed. Okay, a lot of people might not realize that. In a lot of states, they take away your driving privileges when you're behind on child support. It makes a lot of sense to do that because then you can't go to work to pay off your child support. So that's a really smart thing they do. I'm being sarcastic.
I got that.
It's ridiculous. But most people might think that that's what I really believe. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm queuing up these people who really think, take me literally. So anyway, then you got a driver's license that's suspended because you failed to pay child support, and then you've been going back and forth with what? Child support services or with the Department of Motor Vehicles. What have you been going around with?
Mostly child support because I went in, trying to take care of the issue, not understanding that it was my signature and obligation, not understanding that aspect of it. So I went in, several times trying to take care of the payment with, not the complete payment, and would end up being arrested anyway, sit there for 3 days in jail, lost time, not working, the whole 9 yards, and finally just got frustrated with it and said, you know what, you're going to keep suspending my license anyway, go ahead and keep it, I don't need it, I don't want it, and I'll figure out a way to do without it. And
okay.
Started, researching common law and driving or traveling, in the private capacity. That's when...
Yeah. Like I say to people all the time, I said I just jumped on some lady a little while ago for that. Okay, one more time with you people. One more time. Where did you get that crazy shit from? Driving. Where did you get this crazy shit from? Go ahead, just entertain us, man. Tell us.
I think it was Karl Miller that I first heard it from.
Yeah. Great. Karl Miller. Okay. Where do you think he heard it from? It's called case law precedent, right? Do you think he's something like that? Something like that? What the fuck does that have to do with you? What did some ridiculous case in 1902, 1938, 2014 have to fucking do with armed force?
Well, you can compare that with my belief that
Compare it. Yeah, compare it. Compare it to an apple to a unicorn. Who the hell cares? They both exist on planet Earth. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? It has nothing to do with you as a man. Nothing. You're above all that crap, and you don't get it. That's for licensed drivers. That's for some sort of a driver. That's for some sort of traveler. That's for some sort of passenger. That's for some sort of private or commercial conveyance. All I know is I'm a fucking man, and that's my property. You call it as you will. You call it as you wish. Bottom line is, that's my shit. And who the fuck are you to tell me what to fucking do with it? Bottom line. How's that for case law? How's that for precedent? How's that for making it crystal fucking clear? It don't get no simpler than that. It's exactly what my daddy would have said. He couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't give a flame. Fuck what the United States Supreme Court opinion was in 1902. All he had to say was, that's my shit, better back off. That's simple. It's a lifestyle. Not something that you're running, oh, look, I'm hiding behind this piece of paper. Look at the fucking American Indians. Oh, look, I'm hiding behind a treaty. Oh, really? You're hiding behind a treaty. You understand your enemy. You understand that a bunch of crazy white guys. You understand what these crazy white guys do. Do you understand? They massacre. They slaughter. They conquer the fucking world. Do you understand what you're up against? Okay, who do you think is sitting on that bench? A nice little American Indian? Yeah, right. You think a little Eskimo? Yeah, right. Okay, it's the white man. It's the white culture. Do you not understand the culture of society that you're being thrown against? Do you not understand their mission? Do you not get it? Do you not understand what you're up against? Just like if we're in Sharia law land. Do you not get it? Do you not understand we're in this Islamic land? Do you understand we're in Saudi Arabia? Do you understand? You do not shake somebody's left hand. Do you understand? You don't look at the king's car when it drives by. What part of this don't you understand? You're a woman. You're driving a car. What are you, out of your fucking mind? What part? Do you understand where you are? Do you understand where you exist on planet Earth at this particular moment in time? No, obviously you don't. Because they don't give a rat's ass about a treaty. They don't give a rat's ass about some case law precedent. They don't effing care. They're going to control you, whether you like it or not. So you better learn the rules. You better make them say, well, what do these people respect? What do these people who are in control respect? What do they respect? It's all about honor to these people. Saving face. Because they know it's all an illusion. Can 1,000, 10,000 legal people control millions? Can we do it? Just like can a couple of white guys can control a continent? Can a couple of Spaniards control an empire? They did it. And they did it really well. I don't know how hard this is to understand. They don't give a rat's ass about your case law, your precedent. They don't give a shit that you're telling them that they're proceeding against their own rules, against their own code. They don't effing care. They don't care. They want to be in control, and they're going to do whatever it takes to be in control. There's only a couple things that these people do respect, and these people will back off. Other than that, it's green light to go. They got the guns. They got the rules. They got everybody scared shitless. They got everybody brainwashed. You better figure out a couple of things that they actually do give a shit about. Thank God they do believe in a God. Thank God. I always love that. I mean, you've seen that plenty of times in movies. Ain't it funny as shit, Larry? The Indian comes out with the fucking treaty, and the white man's come with the cavalry, and he talks to your great white chief father, you know, and it's like, well, that was the last administration. That guy's gone. The new administration says we got to get rid of all you fucking Indians. It's like, well, we got the word from the white man. It's like, yeah, right. You don't understand how politics works, do you, buddy? They told us to kill all of us now. But wait a second. We have a treaty from the great white father from Washington, and I went there, and he told us we could stay here forever. Yeah, well, new policy, new day. You know, the corporation decides you people are expendable. You got to fucking go. You don't go, they gave us the green light to fucking kill you. But wait a second. We turned all of our guns into plows. We beat them into plowshares. What are you talking about? We're good, godly people now. We even have a church right here. Like, yeah. Get the fuck off this land. And we mean fucking now. But look at the treaty. That's it. Put a bullet in that guy. Maybe the rest will understand. Get the fuck out of here. It's that simple, people. They've been doing this to you people for thousands. I don't care if you're Islamic. They're going to do to you over there in the land of fucking ISIL or ISIS or ICE. They're going to, all of a sudden, they're like, wait a second, we thought it was a great idea to get ISIS in charge, Islamic State in charge. Holy shit. We can't do crap over here anymore. These people are really fucking with us. Oh, well, you got the white Judeo people. Well, you got like the white Jewish fucking crowd running this country now. Oh, well, what did you think they were going to do to you? What part of history don't you understand?
So, Carl, what would his next step be? What would Port's next step would be? Being that they got him in they haven't responded to him. Yeah, I think you just told him to.
Like when they asked, what did I say to people when they asked me about child support? What do you remember, Larry? What the answer was when the judge asked me? They said you owe like $100 gazillion in back child support. Why haven't you paid a dime? Do you remember what I said?
You make an arrangement to pay him.
I have never got intended the bill. I want to pay all my debts. I love paying debt. I live to pay debt. All I wish to do is when I leave planet Earth is to be clean of all my debts. I don't want to have any debts upon me when I pass. I want to have all my debts taken care of while I'm on this side. I want the clean slate. I want to owe no debt to my fellow man. Who is making the claim I owe the debt, and where the fuck is the bill? The judge said, don't look at me. I said, well, then who should I look at? I look at the prosecutor. I said, prosecutor, I just see a woman standing over there. I don't see a prosecutor. I just see a woman. I said, ma'am, are you saying me I owe a debt? Well, you haven't paid child support. To who? The state of Alabama. You mean to a what? Or to a who? I'm a man. Who do I owe this debt to? Not to a what? I don't owe a debt to a rock or a tree. It'll never happen in my lifetime. I'll never owe a debt to a what? I can only owe a debt to a who. So who is the man who's going to tender me the bill? Are you going to tender me the bill? Well, here's what the state of... No, ma'am. You're going to have to testify that is true, that is a true bill, and that's exactly what I owe. And she said, well, I can't do that. I said, well, then, Judge, what did you sentence me to your gap for? No, child support. Oh, that's lovely. And isn't that... Wait a second. Isn't that considered a United States jurisdiction now? Isn't that out of the hands of the state? Isn't that in the control of the United States government that they could sue me in any state in which they believe they could find my person? Yeah, then what did you sentence me again? You guys don't ever remember me saying this about 100,000 freaking times on my show. And that's why I left my show and I said, you know what, you guys go listen to my own shows because I'm just repeating myself and I'm sounding like a babbling idiot. Because I was like, what part of this don't you guys get? Where's the bill? All I've been asking for is the freaking bill. And who's going to back up that bill? Like when you take a bill before the Congress, before the legislature, before the Senate, before the House of Legislators, you're going to go and say, hey, you know what, I'm John, and I represent the people of my great state of Michigan, and I'm presenting the bill. Well, who's going to support the bill? I'll support the bill. Who's going to back up the bill? Who's going to back it up that if it's not true, who's going to be held liable for this damn thing? Because if you're up by one effing penny, I'm telling you, honey, you're going to burn. You're going to go down for extortion and communicating threats. You're going to go down for fraud on the court. You better pray. You better pray that that's an accurate bill. That's why nobody was crazy enough to actually bring a case into court for thousands of years, because you changed your word by one word, you were off by one penny, it was off with your head. because we didn't have time for frivolous suits. The kings and queens back then valued their court time. They said, look, we'll give you 3 minutes a week. You better move the cases through this court, and I mean quick. And if any one of you effers come here and they F with me, I am going to kill you instantly. Court was very quick, swift, just few words, boom, boom, done. Because they knew you come to court, somebody's going to die. So you better make it good. Not all this ridiculous nonsense. Well, he had a bag of pot on him. Okay? He had a bag of pot. And, well, you know, he shouldn't have one. Okay. Are you making a complaint or are you making a claim? Well, I'm making a complaint. Okay, well, you know what? Kill this clown. I'll teach anybody else in my kingdom. Don't come in here and waste my time with a complaint. You better come here and make a claim. I ain't got time to listen to everybody whining about every damn thing. You got a claim? The court will entertain it. You want to complain? Oh, we'll show you what we do to complainers. We'll show you what we do to Nancy boys. We'll show you. We'll show you what we do to gossiping women. We'll show you. Why don't you go take a look? It's called cucking stools. Why don't you go find out what they did to women? Since they didn't feel that they could kill women, they would just dunk them in the city or the town well. Or they'd dunk them in the town's river. It's called a cucking stool. It's a lot of fun. I like learning a lot about history. It shows you what they did to a whole bunch of whiners, a whole bunch of gossipers, people who brought controversy into the public where one didn't exist. They're just making criminal complaints. They're complaining that if you did something. Yeah, right. Who cares? But it makes them money. Keeps them in power. Keeps you under control. God bless them. Because you people can't control yourselves. For some reason, you didn't know how to do child support payments out of the public. You had to go to the public for your divorce. You had to go to the public to get certification of the marriage. You had to get a marriage license. You couldn't just do it man on woman, woman on man. You just couldn't do it. Couldn't keep it in the private. No, just couldn't do it. If you tried to drag you into the public, you didn't know how to tell the judge, this is a private matter. She's entrusted to me as my wife. Nobody may come between me and her. You do understand that, Your Honor? I've been married 3 times. Not one woman ever was crazy enough or stupid enough to try to take me to court and think they were going to get a dime from me. That was never going to freaking happen. If I got children, child support, what? I'll take care of my children in the manner that I wish. Or I won't take care of them in the manner that I wish. It's a private matter. Don't you worry about it, state. It's so simple, it's scary. This child support nonsense I did was back in 2002, 2003, 2004, way back when. 10, 11, 12 years ago, way back when. Nothing that I found and discovered recently. Nothing I found in a freaking book. Something my mom told me with the IRS. Just hand me the bill. Tell me it's true. Tell me it's due. Tell me it's owed. Swear to it. Put your hand on that freaking Bible and you tell me it's real. And you know for a fact that is true. And all these prosecutors and everybody knows, only God knows what's true. You don't think they're taught that? You don't think they're taught that immediately? How to not bear any liability for their actions as an attorney? How to not bear any liability as a judge? You don't think the judges are told, well, you don't think that's the first question they ask? Well, what happens if we hang an innocent man? What do we do? What happens to us? Do they hang us? No, silly. They can't hang you. Why not? Because you're a judge. What does that mean? A tree? Can they hang a tree? Can they hang a rock? No. Can they hang a pine cone? No. Okay. You only exist as a judge. You're not there as a man. They can't hold you liable as a man. You could hang every single motherfucker that comes through your courtroom, and it's not a fucking thing they can do to you as a man. Ain't this a fun game? Like, oh yeah, I guess it is. That's right. Lots of fun. Because these stupid assholes that walk into this fucking courtroom think they're a fucking defendant. They forget. They forget they're men. They forget they are from God. They are ungodly fucking people. Hang them all. That's simple. You don't believe in God. That's why you're on the show, and that's why you're asking me this question. Because if you did, it would come instinctively from your heart what to do. And just who these fuckers think they are. The fuck with God and the image of God. Who the fuck do they think they are? It's a lifestyle. It's a belief. It's that simple. It's scary. And these guys know when somebody like me walks in, oh, this guy's checking all the exits, not sitting down, making sure he's got a way in, a way out, saying as little as possible, acting cordially, acting courteously, acting politely, not giving attitudes, treating them the way I want to be treated, whether it's a woman there, a black guy there, a gay guy there, it doesn't matter. It's so simple, it's scary. It's a lifestyle. It's how your mommy and daddy raised you to put you onto the public and perform and act like a man when you're in the public. Act like a man. Your mom and dad didn't do it. This I'm not sorry for you. I don't fucking care. Your mom and dad could have been a great brain surgeon that saved my life last week. I don't fucking know. And I don't really fucking care. But for some reason, they didn't make it a priority to make you a fucking man before they let you loose into the public. And the public puts people, servants, in there to make you act like a man. If your mommy and daddy can't do it, we'll fucking do it. Mommy and daddy couldn't do it with Dean Clifford? Guess what? The court system will fucking do it. That's simple. Like I said, the next lady who was in line behind me, man, at that fucking child support thing, said, yeah, why didn't you pay $400? She was behind me at $200 or $400. Why did you back in child support, $200, $400? Why, I'm in like tens of thousands range. They said, well, she's like, well, whatever he just said, like ditto, whatever he just said. And like the judge was like, give this lady a set of silver bracelets and get her out of here. Yeah, just because that lady behind me might have repeated every single thing I fucking said, maybe even word for word, which she didn't. She just like, well, whatever he just said. Whatever the fuck got him out of this courtroom and got him to walk away, whatever the fuck he said, goes for me. The judge was like, give her a set of silver bracelets. That's exactly what you call silver bracelets. I laugh. Just because you just say, well, whatever this guy just said, or even if she remembered exactly what I said and repeated it, it's the inflection, it's the tone, it's the attitude, it's the cadence, it's the rhythm. Are you acting like Othello? Are you really Othello? Are you really acting like a black Moor? Just because I'm a white guy, can I pull off that I'm a black Moor? Am I Othello? Can I really pull off that I'm from Morocco? Can I pull it off like so many white actors did before? And pulled it off like Orson Welles and Laurence Olivier and got Oscars for acting like a black man. And for some reason they were believable enough that they're like, holy shit, I could have sworn I was a black guy in a movie. Holy crap, he's good. It's all, that's what this is. You guys are looking for something etched in stone. It doesn't exist. Go out there and perform. Act like a man. Show them that they don't have to be afraid of you. Show them their society that they're letting you back into the public at large. There's nothing to fear from you. Show them. Just like if you're in the Islamic world, I tell you the same thing. Show these guys. Show this, show their, whatever they call them, the ashram or whatever they call these guys, to show them that when you let me back out here in Mecca, there's nothing to fear. I'm not going to hurt anybody here. I'm just passing through. Just show them there's nothing to fear from you. That you're just passing through. That you're not going to disrupt their little game, their little apple cart. You're going to just leave them be. And that's all Dean had to do. It's like, look, I'm just trying to teach people how to act like a man, how to get in and out of court as fast and simple as possible. That's all I say to people all the time. When they had me in trial in Canada, they said, the mounted police. All they said was, yeah, he teaches people how to act like a man and how to get in and out of court. Nothing about throwing the government down to the ground, no. Nothing about kill the judges, no. Nothing about, destroy Parliament, no. Oh. So what does he do again? He teaches people how to act like a man. And if Daddy didn't teach him, well, the court will teach him. And they're like, wow, is that all this guy's teaching? That's all this guy's teaching. Wow. Oh, we thought we destroyed the family unit. We didn't think anybody could go and find a real man because we thought we killed all the real men, or we fucking made all the real men go out there and pay child support and had them watch football and get drunk and do drugs so that they can't function. So the children are all raised by women who just know how to act reasonably and act together as a collective and as a group. But men want to act independent and on their own. It's like I thought we got rid of all these clowns. I thought we insulted them, embarrassed them, humiliated them. If they act like a man, that they're supposed to be ridiculed. Oh, you really don't believe that, Mr. Lentz? Oh, you really don't believe that, this is how things are? Oh, come on now. Children have rights. Oh, women have rights. It's like, look, I don't have a fucking right. All I know is I have a duty and obligation to my wife and my child. All I know is I have a duty and obligation to my fellow man. Right. Once I got married, I lost all my rights. Once I became a dad, I have no fucking rights. I am a son. I have no rights. I have a duty and obligation to my family. I have no rights. Maybe if I wind up on a deserted island in the middle of nowhere, and I can't get out, and I can't get off the island, and it's only me, and I have no duty and obligation to my fellow man, then I could start saying, oh, these are all the rights I have. I got the right to go swimming anytime I want. Well, I'm a dad. I ain't got no right to go swimming. I got to put food on that effing table. I got duties, obligations, responsibilities. Can I have liberty every now and then for my children? Maybe. Maybe I'll be on liberty call. Take a little free time out for myself. Be on liberty. But I still know deep down I have a duty and obligation and responsibility to get back to my family as fast as I can. And that's what I did. I didn't realize it was going to take 7 freaking years. But now, I try to do the best I can to be with my family as often as I can. But honestly, I knew they were in good hands. My mom was capable of doing it. Grandpa was able to do it. My brother lives there. I knew they were in good hands. Is there anything anybody wanted to ask me there, Larry?
One young lady wanted to ask, could you go over the word you when you hear the word Y-O-U in court?
I just ask them, which you are you addressing? You the person or you the man? Are you Karl Lentz? Are you searching, for the legal person? Do you want my legal name? Or do you want the name given to me by my mom? Who are you looking for? And the judge will always say, what's your legal name? I said, I don't have a legal name. But every single person I've ever seen in court, they said, what's your legal name? People say, they'll go off on some crazy tirade, like a Dean Clifford kind of guy. They'll go on some crazy shit. I object to this proceedings in their entirety kind of crap. Instead of saying, you mean from a legal society? Did a legal society give me a name? If they did, I'm not aware of it. Did the Girl Scout Society give me a name? If they did, I'm not aware of it. And like I say to people, well, look at the Mormons. The Mormons have my name recorded in the Book of Life. They have the name Karl Lentz will appear. Am I a Mormon? No. Unfortunately, not. I wasn't blessed to be a Mormon. Okay? I'm not a Mormon. Did I study being a Mormon? Oh, you better believe I did. Because I was married to more than one woman at a time. So, but I went the Moors route. I went the Islamic route because, I explained that story in the past. I won't do it again. But did I study the Book of Mormon? You better believe it. Did I understand Joseph Smith? You better believe Brigham Young? Oh, yeah. Did I understand their whole Meadows Massacre? Oh, you better believe it. I knew their history inside and out, just in case I got summoned before the court. That's explained. Why do I have more than one woman? Literally, like what you say, considered married to me. Not on paper, but they can still say that they're married to me. How am I pulling off the stunt in the United States? And allegedly in the United States of America. Just in case. You better believe I had to study that stuff. So, but if I was the Mormons have my name. I could be summoned to appear in the Mormons. They're the Mormons, for some reason, took over control of this territory known as the United States. And there was a Mormon president in the United States. And for some reason, the transfer power went to the Mormons. And the Mormons summons me to appear. And they said, what's your name? I said, which name? The name my mom gave me or in your Book of Mormon name? In the Book of Life name? Which call are you seeking? Which call do you want? They said, we want the one in the Book of Life. We want the Karl Lentz that we have recorded in our paperwork. I said, well, unfortunately, I'm not a Mormon. Unfortunately, you don't have jurisdiction control over me. Unfortunately, I'm not a legal person. Unfortunately, I have jurisdiction control over me. I've said this a billion effing times. You could go back. People said that they researched me back to AOL days, back into the 1990s when I used to put comments like this. They said, holy shit, Karl's saying the same crap he said since the 1990s. Yeah, he's not saying anything new. He's not saying anything different. Karl's saying the same shit that he's been saying since the 1990s. Holy crap. It's the same shit. Nothing changes. It's so simple and scary. Because like I said, when my parents threw me out in the world, they gave me a good, they gave me a good deck of cards to play from, that they gave me the full deck. They said, now go out there and kick the world in the ass. And my dad left when I was 16. My dad didn't stick around until I was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. No, I didn't have my dad that I could go back and ask him a question. He was gone when I was 16. And then my mom, she got a wild streak in her. She started hitting the road, started bar hopping, started going out with different guys. So no, I had my mom to go to, and then my dad to go to. They beat it into me for the first 16 years of my life. God bless them.